Hey, I'm Don with Posidon Deep Water Outdoors. Side mount, back mount, recreational, tech. Let's have a little bit of a discussion on that. Side mount. Side mount is one of those concepts and tools in diving that most of the time we don't get really kind of immersed into it until we start going into the technical side. But is side mount only for technical diving? Now, side mount did cut its teeth specifically on the necessity of the cave divers having to keep the tanks off their back in order to get into squeezes or into tight situations, but wreck divers as well, because they get into these confined spaces and need to be able to take their mounts off or be able to keep them in tight and tucked so that they're not banging them around. And when we're talking about dual tanks, I gotta admit myself, I prefer them on the side. Now I have a back injury, and people who are adaptive, right? Side mount is becoming a growing technique, keeping that tank off the back and putting them on the sides. But what if you're not a dual tank or twin tank user? If you're not a tech diver or you don't swim with twin tanks, why the heck would you go side mount? Because you don't need two tanks, right? Well, guess what? You can single mount your side mount as well and maintain trim, okay? If your side mount, your single tank side mount placed on a lift is trimmed out and weighted, shifting the weight a little bit over onto your right section on the back, because generally your weight is on the back in a weight carrying device on the back of the plate. And that allows you to trim out and equal and maintain a good neutral buoyancy with minimal inflation, and maintain trim. So for those that have adaptive diving needs, whether it's loss of limb, back injuries, even paralysis or partial paralysis, side mount's a good option. Recreationally, in general, side mount's a comfortable option. What you're doing is you're gearing up, orally inflating your BCD, right, which is just a small bladder on your back, entering the water and allowing them to pass the gas down to you, or your cylinders down to you, where you mount them and prepare them and you get in. Now, even on the single mount, you're gonna still use the long hone techniques, but the difference is you just have one tank. It's great. So when you start exploring about different techniques, if you're getting into tech diving, if you're a new tech diver, intermediate tech diver, never experimented at all with side mount, I really strongly urge you to expand your toolbox a little bit and check out side mount. See if it's something that you're interested in. It's very easy. There's both recreational and tech side mount. The differences have to do with PADI. Their differences is the amount of dives and the theory and philosophy behind it. Because in tech side mount, obviously your S-drills are a little bit different, and they use a lot of the no-tox procedures and everything related to stacking your cylinders and putting them on. Plus your techniques might be a little bit different, as far as you're gonna have your main tanks here and you'll stack all your deco bottles on the left side or equal them out. That's all discussed in the tech side mount course. Recreational side mount, although it focuses on two tanks, one tank can be used and should be taught at the recreational side mount level. Again, I'm an avid user of side mount. I love it. I am contemplating, I have to keep my back plate in my twins for the tri-mix dives. I prefer that. That way my back gas, I know exactly what it is and where it is. And I really wish there was a more organized way that was comfortable for me. I gotta say that because I know some of you out there are avid tri-mix side mount divers as well, which is a hey, if that's your thing, that's fine with you. Me, I just like my Trimix or my back gas on the back, my bottom gas on the back, and keep my Deco bottles organized on my left side. So I'm Don for Posidon Deep Water Outdoors. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down in the middle. Please subscribe, like the page, or contact us on our Facebook at Posidon Deep Water Outdoors. You can email us at poseidondwo@gmail.com. Until next time, peace.